You know what's frustrating? Every investing guide starts with invest $500 per month or max out your IRA. And I'm sitting here thinking, dude, I have like $50 left after bills and groceries. Where are the investing strategies for people who actually have limited money? Because pretending everyone has thousands sitting around to invest is just completely out of touch with reality. Yeah, so I was in this exact situation. I wanted to start investing. I understood it was important, but I was making maybe $32,000 per year. And after rent, bills, food, and everything else, I had maybe $75 per month that wasn't already spoken for. And every piece of investing content I found made me feel like that wasn't worth it. Like I should just wait until I could afford to invest real amounts. So I waited. And waiting was the biggest financial mistake I ever made. My name is Don, and I used to think I needed to become a financial expert before I could invest, when really I just needed to understand like five basic things and then actually start. And here's what I wish someone had told me years ago. You absolutely can start investing with very little money, and starting small is infinitely better than not starting at all. The strategies are different than if you had thousands to invest, but they exist and they work. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you want to see more content about building wealth and making smarter money decisions. What I'm about to share is specifically for people who want to invest but don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars sitting around. All right, let's start with the most important mindset shift. Small amounts invested consistently will beat large amounts invested inconsistently every single time. Here's the math that changed everything for me. Let's say you invest $50 per month starting at age 25. At 8% average returns, by age 65, you'll have about $175,000. Now let's say someone else waits until they can afford $200 per month, but they don't start until age 35. Same 8% returns, by age 65, they'll have about $295,000. Okay, so they have more money, right? But here's what people miss. The person who started with $50 invested a total of $24,000 over 40 years. The person who waited invested $72,000 over 30 years. So, yeah, they ended up with more, but they also put in 3 times as much money. The person who started small got way better returns on their actual contributions because they had time on their side. And here's the kicker. What if you start with $50 per month at 25, but then increase it to $100 at 30, then $200 at 35? You end up crushing the person who waited, and you built the habit early when it was easier to establish. The biggest mistake people make is thinking their small amounts don't matter. I started investing $75 per month when I was 27. That felt like basically nothing at the time, but now, several years later, that money has grown to over $5,000 just from those early contributions, and I'm still adding to it every month. If I'd waited until I could afford $300 per month, I'd have way less money now because I'd have missed years of compound growth. So first step, accept that whatever you can invest, even if it's $25 or $50 per month, is absolutely worth it. Small amounts invested consistently will change your financial future. Now let me tell you exactly how to start investing when you have limited money. Step 1, and this is crucial. Open a brokerage account that has no minimums and allows fractional shares. This is what makes investing with small amounts actually possible now. Fidelity, Schwab, and several other brokerages let you open accounts with literally $1. You don't need $1,000 or $3,000 or any minimum balance. You can start with whatever you have, and fractional shares are the game changer. In the past, if you wanted to buy a share of a stock that cost $500, you needed $500. Now, with fractional shares, you can buy zero point 0.1 shares for $50 or 0.02 shares for $10. This means you can invest small amounts and still buy into expensive stocks and funds. I opened my account at Fidelity with $100. That was all I had to start. And I could immediately start buying fractional shares of index funds. The barrier to entry is basically zero now, which is amazing for people with limited money. Step 2. Invest in index funds, not individual stocks. With limited money, you need diversification, and index funds give you that automatically. An S&P 500 index fund or a total market index fund owns hundreds or thousands of companies, so your small investment is instantly diversified. At Fidelity, I invest in FXAIX, which is their S&P 500 index fund. The expense ratio is like 0.015%, which is basically free. Every month, whatever amount I've set aside for investing automatically buys more shares of FXAAX. Some months it's $75. Some months it's $150 if I had extra income. But it's consistent and it's diversified. Don't try to pick individual stocks when you have limited money. You can't diversify properly with small amounts, and stock picking is basically gambling unless you really know what you're doing. Index funds are boring, simple, and they work. Step 3. Automate everything. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your brokerage account, and set up automatic purchases of your chosen index fund. For me, $75 transfers on the 5th of every month and automatically buys FXAIX. I don't have to remember. I don't have to decide if now is a good time. It just happens. Automation is what makes investing with limited money sustainable. When you have to manually move money and manually buy investments every month, you'll skip months. You'll talk yourself out of it. You'll find reasons to spend that money instead. But when it's automated, it happens whether you feel like it or not. Now, here's what you should not do when you have limited money to invest. Don't wait until you have enough to start. There is no enough. Whatever you have right now is enough to begin. I waited 2 years thinking I needed to save up a bigger starting amount, and those 2 years of missed investing probably cost me $10,000 in future value. Just start with whatever you can. Don't try to day trade or pick hot stocks. I see this all the time with people who have limited money. They think because they can't invest much, they need to hit home runs with risky investments. So they put their $200 into some random cryptocurrency or penny stock, hoping it goes to the moon. And usually they lose money. With limited money, you can't afford to take big risks. You need steady, boring growth from index funds. Save the risky stuff for when you have way more money and can afford to lose some of it. Don't check your account every day. When you're investing small amounts, day-to-day changes are going to be tiny and meaningless. You'll see your account go up $3 one day and down $4 the next, and it won't tell you anything useful. Check it once a month at most, preferably once a quarter. And don't stop investing during market drops. This is when people with limited money make their biggest mistake. The market crashes, their small account loses like $50 in value. They panic and stop investing. Or even sell. But market drops are when your automatic investments are buying shares at a discount. Keep investing through the drops, and you'll be glad you did when the market recovers. Let me show you my actual results from investing small amounts because I think this will motivate you more than theory. I started investing in 2019 with $100, then $75 per month, automatically after that. Some months I'd add extra if I had it, but the baseline was always $75. My total contributions over about 5 years are roughly $5,000. My account is now worth about $8,500. That's $3,500 in gains, which is a 70% return on what I put in. Now that might not sound like life-changing money, and it's not. But here's what matters. I built the habit. I proved to myself that investing works. I have almost $9,000 that's working for me in the market instead of sitting in a checking account losing value to inflation. And as my income has grown, I've increased my automatic investment to $200 per month, which is going to accelerate my wealth building way faster. If I'd waited until I could afford to invest $200 per month from the start, I'd have way less money now, and I wouldn't have the years of habit formation and confidence that came from starting small and staying consistent. Look, investing with little money isn't going to make you rich next year. You're not going to retire in 5 years from $50 per month investments. But that's not the point. The point is building the foundation that will make you wealthy over decades. The point is proving to yourself that you can do this. The point is getting time on your side so compound interest can work its magic. Every month you wait to start investing is a month of potential growth you're giving up. Every dollar you invest now is worth way more than a dollar you invest 5 years from now because of compound returns. Small amounts matter, consistency matters, and starting matters more than anything else. So here's what I want you to do this week. Open a brokerage account if you don't have one. Fidelity, Schwab, doesn't matter, just pick one. Transfer whatever you can afford to invest this month, even if it's $25. Buy shares of an S&P 500 index fund. Set up automatic monthly transfers and purchases for the same amount. Then close the app and forget about it for a month. That's it. You're now an investor. You've started building wealth, and next month your automatic investment will happen without you thinking about it. In 5 years, you'll look back and be amazed at what those small, consistent investments became. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And drop a comment telling me how much you're starting with. No judgment. I started with $100 and $75 per month. Wherever you're starting is exactly where you should start. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't need a lot of money to start investing. You just need to start. Small amounts invested consistently will change your financial future, but only if you actually begin. Open that account this week. I'll see you in the next one.